Okay, so now we've run the electrical cables from the pumps into the control module. We've hooked up the communications to the EFCM. Again, position 3 and 4, position 3 being the second base pump, position 4 being the second catalyst pump. Along with that, the termination points for the power supply is position 3 and 4 as well, red to positive and black to negative. All right, electrically we're good. Next thing is going to be hooking up the pneumatics. We're going to tap into the main air line in the panel with the pumps, and we're going to run some air tubing out to each pump to the solenoid inlet connection behind the pump. Okay, so now we have the air supply hooked up to both of the additional pumps. We're going to go ahead and install the covers. We've got 2 screws at the base on each side and 1 bolt that's going to drop down through the top into the frame. And once we get that done, then we're going to go to work on installing all the solenoid control boxes. All right, so now we're going to mount the solenoid boxes for the color change valves. We fashioned a bracket to go onto the main frame. You can mount these on a wall or wherever is convenient for the application. For now though, we're going to mount them right on the frame. I've already mounted the other 3. I'm going to mount this last one in a minute, but I want to talk a little bit about exactly what happens on the side here with the labeling. As if you remember in the beginning of the video, we talked about the manual and the extra labels. That's because they're all going to come in with 1 label, and you're going to have to convert them to the specific application. So for the color pump 1, that one's already good. For the color pump 2, we're going to have to change the configuration, and you're going to look in the manual, and you're going to look up for the setup of the modules. And the way it works is you're going to look at the matrix here, and you're going to find your configuration. We have 2 pumps for color, 2 pumps for catalyst, for a total of 4 pumps. So pump number 1 is going to be colors 1 through 8. And then pump number 3, which is the second color, is going to be colors 17 through 24. So we're going to put that new label on that extra solenoid box, 17 through 24. Now over on the catalyst, we have Module 5 and Module 6. Module 5 is pump 2, and that's catalyst 1 and 2. Pump 4, or Module 6, is catalyst 3 and 4. All right, so I'm going to relabel those, but before I do, I also want to talk about communications on the CAN network. There's going to be dip switches on each one of these boards, and they have to be set so the system knows which box is for which pump. We're using Module 1, Modules 3, Modules 5, and Module 6. So I'm going to go to the first color and make sure that the switches are set down, 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 or off on all 3 positions. Module 3 is going to be off, on, and then off. Module 5, which is the first catalyst pump, is going to be on, off, and off. So Module 6, which is the second catalyst pump, is going to be on, off, and on. Okay, so here is the control module for the second colored pump, and here's the new strip. So it starts with solvent and 17. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that, and we're just going to go right over the top of the old label. Okay, notice that it says solvent, so this is going to be the side we're going to use for the inlet color change valves. I'm going to just flip this around. And now you're going to notice that at the top it's going to say dump. That's for the dump valve. So this side is going to be used for the outlet color change valve. So I'm going to go back to my paper and I'm going to find color 17 with dump on it. And we're going to relabel this one as well. So now we're going to do the same thing for the 2 catalyst pumps. Okay, so now I've mounted the last solenoid box. I've got it relabeled, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to give it the correct address for board number 3 or module number 3, and that's going to be off, on, and off. And the switches are right in here, off, on, and the last one is off. And we'll go ahead and do the same to the other 2 catalyst pumps.